Hello my dear students, Prep 1, this is Unit 2, it's my favorite subject. We have a timetable for subjects we study every day from Sunday to Thursday. We study English, Arabic, Math, Science, Music, Social Studies, Religion, Computer Studies. We also study Drama, Home Economics, and Art. Now we have some definitions. Library, you can find a lot of books here. Playground, it's in a school, you play games here. Bell, it rings when a lesson starts and finishes. Hall, it's a very big room for a lot of students and teachers. Typical, this means usual. Now we have a text about daily life around the world. Then we will answer some questions. I am Akiyu. I live in Nairobi, in Kenya. This is a typical day for me. On school days, I get up at 6:30. I usually have breakfast with my family. My school is far away, so we never walk there. My mom and dad drive us there. It always takes a long time because the roads are busy. When we hear the bell at 8 o'clock, we go to the school hall, we have 4 lessons, then it's a break. I usually talk with my friends in the playground, but sometimes we go to the library to read books. After break, we have more lessons. We have lunch at 12:30. School finishes at 4 o'clock. When I get home, I have something to eat, then I always do my homework. My brother and I usually watch TV before we go to bed about 8:30. I have a busy day. Now, you have to look at the words in bold in the text. Match the words with the definitions. Number 1, you can find a lot of books here, we mean the library. Number 2, it's in a school, you play games here. It rings when a lesson starts and finishes. Number 4, it's a very big room for a lot of students and teachers. Number 5, this means usual. Now, you have to read the text again and answer these questions. Number 1 is answer for you. We will start with number 2. Why does it take a long time? What time does school start? Number 4. What do Akiyu and her friends do at break? Number 5. When does Akiyu go to bed? Answer these questions and check your answers. Now check your answers. The definitions are playground, bell, hall, and typical. Answer number 2, it takes a lot of time because the school is far away. Number 3, it starts at 8 o'clock. Number 4, they usually talk. Sometimes they go to the library to read. Number 5, she goes to bed at 8:30. To talk about repeated actions, we use adverbs of frequency. Like for example, we use always, usually, often, sometimes, and never. Always means that this action happens 100% of time. Usually means 80% of time. Often means 70% of time. Sometimes means 50% of time. And never means negative 0% of time. We use how often to ask about adverbs of frequency. Like for example, how often do you pray? How often do you help your mom at home? How often do you go to the club? And we answer by using always, usually, often, sometimes, and never. Adverbs of frequency are often before the main verb, like I never walk to school. Never before the main verb. except with verb to be, it comes after the verb. Like for example, Sami is always ill. Always is after verb to be. "15. Complete the sentences about Akiyu and her brother Yaru. Number 1. Akiyu never plays basketball. Number 2. Yaru space plays basketball. Number 3. Akiyu space reads English books. Number 4. Yaru space reads English books. And number 5. Akiyu and Yaru space help in the home. Now check your answers. Number 2, usually. Number 3, often. Number 4, sometimes. And number 5, always. This is an exercise about always and never. Number 1, we always do our homework. Number 2, we space listen to the teacher. 3, we space forget our pencil cases and notebooks. Number 4, we space help each other. Number 5, we space wear our school uniform. Number 6, we space say unkind things to other students. Yes? Check your answers. Number 2, always. 3, never. 4, always. 5, always. And number 6 is never. Now, page 18, we have 3 pictures about people who go to school in different ways. How do they go to school? In some countries, children live a long way from their school. They don't go to school by car, bus, or train. Picture number 1. Every morning, children from this village in Egypt cycle to school. It's a cheap and healthy way to travel. They can always arrive on time. If I say cycle, if you look at the picture, cycle means they go to school by bike, or we can say bicycle. Picture number 2. These children live next to Lake Banyuni in Uganda. Their school is on the other side of the lake. So they don't walk to school, they go in a canoe. The canoe takes the children to school and home again every day. The canoe is a small boat made of wood. Picture number 3. This boy lives in the USA in winter. There is a lot of snow. The children travel to school on a snowmobile. Yes. Question number 1. How many forms of transport can you see? Yes, we have 3 ways of transport. Number 2. Which photos show a canoe? It's in picture number 2. The snowmobile is in picture number 3. The bike is in picture number 1. Why do you think the children travel to school this way? Because the school is far away from their home. Now, page 19, complete the questions. English, favorite, good, teacher, subject, what time? Number 1, what subject have we got next? Number 2, what's your space subject? Number 3, are you space at languages? Number 4, who is our English space this year? Number 5, when have we got space? And number 6, space is the break. Check your answers. Yes. Number 2, favorite. 3, good. 4, teacher. 5, English. And 6, what time? We have different ways to talk about possessive things. Like we studied in unit 1, we can use possessive pronouns. For example, I can say this is my bag or this bag is mine. I can also use the verb belong and own. Like for example, this bag belongs to me or I own this bag. We can also use apostrophe s for possessives. If it's singular, we put apostrophe s to the noun. Like for example, it's the girl's notebook. The girl's name is Lama. It's Lama's book. It's the teacher's pen. If the noun is plural, we can put s apostrophe to the noun. Like, it's the girl's picture. The girls' names are Judy and Ola. This is the teacher's room. We have some words in plural not ending with s. Like for example, child, children, man, men, woman, women. So we put only apostrophe s. Like, these are the children's toys. This shop is for men's shirts. And we have some words that don't take apostrophe s. Like, this is my exercise book. The table leg is broken. And we use whose to ask about possessives. Like, whose book is it? It's Ali's. We have an exercise. Read and correct the mistakes in these sentences. Number 1, it's Dina's car. Number 2, the girls' names are Judy and Jasmine. Whose bag is this? It's Ali's. This is the teacher's room. They are talking about English. Number 5, look at the children's toys. Page 20, we have a text about a girl who's called Amira. You have to read about Amira, write the questions from A to C in the correct places. Letter A, what do you usually do after school? B, how old are you and where are you from? C, what subjects do you like? Amira is from Egypt. I'm 12 years old and I am from Hurghada. This year I am in preparatory 1 at school. My favorite subjects are science, computer studies, and math. We have science and math in the first lesson every day, but we only have computer studies on Wednesday. I like music too, but I'm not very good at it. I sometimes read or watch TV. I always do my homework before I have dinner. After dinner, I usually have a shower and read my book in bed. What time do you wake up and go to bed? Yes, check your answers. Number 1 with B, how old are you and where are you from? Number 2, C, what subjects do you like? Number 3, what do you usually do after school? Page 20, read the text again. Are these sentences true or false? Number 1, Amira's family is from Hurghada. This is true. Number 2, at Amira's school, they have math and science every day. 3, Amira often has computer studies. 4, Amira is good at music. 5, Amira never does her homework after dinner. Check your answers. Number 2, true. Number 3, false. Number 4, false. And number 5, true. Now, you have to learn how to write about daily life or a day in your life, your typical school day, or a typical day for you. You have to write a paragraph about 80 words, and this is a model for you. With my best wishes, Miss Dina Salah.